Friends, quickly hit the like button and watch the video until the end, so that the evil doll lets me go. What? Where are we, Dobie?
I don't know, but it looks like a children's room with toys everywhere.
Wait, this is something strange. It looks like we've ended up in a room full of evil dolls. Hey everyone, today Dobie and I are trying to escape from the house of evil dolls.
Wow, what's ahead of us? Many scary trials and puzzles. Our goal is not just to get out, but to defeat the evilest doll.
Look at this room. It has a strange atmosphere, kind of like childhood memories.
I agree. We've come back to our childhood, but this is definitely not the place we'd want to be.
It seems like we need to go through this narrow passage. It looks like it leads straight to the house. I hope the doll doesn't start hunting us right away.
We found some candy. I wouldn't try it. Who knows? Maybe she poisoned them. We need to collect 10 of these candies.
Looks like we need to jump here. Let's put that off for now and explore the house. Maybe we'll find something useful.
Here's another candy. Yay, a checkpoint. This means if we die, we can come back here. Look at how much she loves her portraits. Seems like you took your words too literally. It wasn't worth dying just to check. I thought you could go through there. There's another hole ahead. Should we go down? It looks like a place straight from hell, but not exactly.
There's a mountain of dishes here.
For me, a mountain of dishes is real hell.
I hate washing dishes. I actually like it. I turn on my favorite music and sing along. It really lifts my mood.
Strange. Looks like no one's cleaned here in years. Maybe she just buys new dishes instead of washing the old ones.
Yeah, that makes sense. I can't find another explanation for this mess.
It seems like we still have a long way to go. I can't see the end. These arrows seem hypnotic, like they were made to cause hallucinations.
Did you notice? The floor is like lava, but roses are growing in it. Looks like hallucinations.
I see them too. Nice, we've reached another checkpoint. Seems like the end is near. I hope there's no parkour ahead.
I'm a little tired already. These toys, I feel like there's something sinister about them. Maybe the souls of children are trapped inside.
Brr, creepy. By the way, did you know that the toys in the game Poppy Playtime aren't actually bloody, but a mix of red poppy? I've been studying the plot of this game recently. It's pretty interesting.
No, I didn't know that. I'll have to check it out sometime. But look, we've been tricked. This isn't the end. However, I can see a house in the distance. Looks like we need to head there.
Let's hurry. I even see a Ferris wheel. That looks like an interesting place. I wish the amusement park were near the police station. Hey, Labrador, have you ever thought about candy?
Of course, who doesn't love it? Do you have a favorite candy?
I think my favorites are chocolate candies with nuts. What about you?
I prefer caramel candies. They're so tasty, like sweet music in the middle of the workday.
Sometimes caramel is a real lifesaver. But you know what's better than candy? I don't know. Maybe even more candy.
Just look at her. Why is she sitting there, staring at us and not even greeting us?
It seems like she's pretending to be a lifeless doll, but in reality, she's watching us. That's much creepier.
Maybe we need to find a way to open the gate. Here's a button. We need to press 3 of them. It also says we can hide. Clearly, a dangerous trial awaits us.
Let's go. Look, she's coming down on her long braids. How does she even see anything with those eyes?
Oh no, let's hide quickly. We need to observe her from a safe place.
Let's climb higher. Maybe she won't see us.
Did you see her braids flashing past the room? I would hold my breath.
Let's not forget our main task. We still need to press 2 more buttons.
Good thing we looked around. It's always useful to check everything. There are many rooms here where we can hide, so this trial won't be too hard for us, especially with our experience.
I keep hearing her whispering. It's really unsettling.
The City of Beasts has always been a place where the most unusual events happened. But one of the strangest occurrences took place when the candy monster appeared. It all started when a new candy factory opened in our city. All the residents, especially the children, were thrilled. The factory promised the most delicious and unusual candies. But soon, strange things began to happen. The children complained that the candies started behaving strangely. They seemed to come to life and move. Things got even worse when a real monster, made of sweet treats, broke free from the factory.
This candy monster was terrifying. It was huge, with caramel eyes and lollipop teeth. Every time it stepped on the ground, the sound of cracking candy filled the air, and the atmosphere was filled with a sweet but unpleasant odor. It began to destroy everything in its path. Stores, homes, and even roads. Labrador and I had to intervene urgently. We started investigating what exactly caused the appearance of this monster. We found out that all the candies at the factory were made using experimental ingredients that gave them monstrous power, but also caused unusual mutations.
Dobie and I decided to act quickly. There was no time for a long investigation. We needed to stop the monster urgently. Using our skills and new technology, we managed to find its weak spot. Upon arriving at the factory, we discovered that, despite its terrifying appearance, the monster was actually vulnerable. All the candies that made up the monster were controlled by a single mechanism. We realized that if we disrupted this mechanism, the monster would disappear.
We decided to infiltrate the factory where the monster was created. It was dangerous, as each step could lead to further destruction. But Labrador and I acted swiftly and confidently. Soon, we found the most important part of the factory, a secret storage of the ingredients used to create these living candies. We destroyed the special machine that generated them and immediately began to notice the monster losing its strength. It started to shrink and disappear until it turned into a pile of regular candies.
When the candy monster vanished, the city was once again filled with peace and tranquility. The factory was closed, and all its dangerous ingredients were destroyed. Dobie and I returned to the station, reflecting on how unusual events can affect our city. We realized that sometimes even the most harmless things, like candies, can lead to real catastrophes. But thanks to our teamwork and skills, we managed to stop this threat.
After we defeated the candy monster, our city returned to normal life. Labrador and I understood that it's not only important to solve problems, but also to prevent them, so such disasters don't happen again. The city became safe again, and the children could once again enjoy their sweets without fear. But we always remembered this incident because, as strange as it sounds, candies might not be as harmless as they seem.
In our city of beasts, there has always been no shortage of unexpected events, but one day something truly unusual happened. It all began the day the circus came to town. Among the many attractions and shows was a huge toy store. All the little animals eagerly went there to pick out new toys. But by evening, Dobie and I received a strange call. A mysterious virus had infected the toy store, causing all the dolls in the shop to come to life. They began to move and speak, and some of them became aggressive, causing panic among the children and parents.
When we arrived at the scene, the situation was already under control, but the tension in the air was palpable. We saw the dolls in the shop's windows one by one, standing up and crawling out. Some of them looked friendly, but others, not so much. They started marching through the city, scaring the residents. It was clear that this virus, which had infected the toys, was far more serious than we had thought. Instead of delighting children, the dolls had become a threat to the whole community. Labrador and I immediately began our investigation.
It turned out that the virus that turned the toys into living beings was the result of an experiment by a scientist who once worked with circus dolls, trying to create robots that could mimic living creatures. He had accidentally created something that developed self-awareness. These dolls were no longer just toys. They began to think and make decisions. Some of them didn't like being mere toys for children, and they decided they needed more freedom.
Realizing that we were up against not just ordinary toys, but sentient beings, Labrador and I decided to proceed with caution. We started tracking the dolls' every movement, but they were too fast and agile. We needed to find a way to stop the virus that had brought them to life, or else they could take over the entire city. We set up special equipment to investigate how the virus worked, and soon discovered its source, a strange control panel hidden at the center of the toy store.
We quickly infiltrated the store, and with the help of special devices, we disabled the control panel. But, unfortunately, the virus had already spread so much that even without a control source, the dolls kept moving. However, when we activated the program to neutralize the virus, the dolls began to slow down and eventually stopped altogether. It felt like a miracle, but we knew that it wasn't just about defeating these animated toys. We also needed to figure out how to prevent similar incidents in the future.
Once all the dolls had returned to being just toys, Labrador and I went back to the station to assess the damage and analyze how we could prevent such situations. We realized that even the most harmless things, like dolls, can lead to big problems if they're not properly controlled. But the most important thing was that we had prevented a disaster and restored safety to the city.
That's it, friends. We finally defeated the evil doll queen. This battle was a real challenge. See you soon, friends. Hi, friends. Welcome to our new video on Roblox. Today we're exploring the exciting game, Escape from Baby Bobby's Kindergarten, Obby Mode.
Hi, Labrador. Hi, everyone. We're in for a real endurance test.
I'm Sheriff Labrador, and this is my trusty partner, Sheriff Dobie. We're going to show you how to escape the most guarded kindergarten in the world. Hi, Dobie. Der Garten, Obby Mode.
This kindergarten is something special. We'll face plenty of obstacles and traps, not to mention the terrifying giant baby that's patrolling the area.
That's right, and let's not forget about the super modern security systems that will try to stop us. We'll need to use all our skills to navigate jumps, avoid being chased, and even cross boiling magma.
Exactly. And at the end, there's going to be an epic battle with Baby Bobby himself. This will be an unforgettable adventure.
Whoa, did you see that scary face? That's the baby we need to escape from.
We need to defeat him to get out of here.
Dobby, look, that's his crib. We need to get through this parkour section to avoid running into the giant baby. Be careful. There are lots of traps here.
Got it, Labrador. Lasers, moving platforms, and even floating cubes. We need to be careful and precise.
Look, moving platforms ahead. Hold on, I'll jump to the first one. Ready? Ready. Jumping after you. Great. Hang on, Dobby. We're on the right track. Just remember, the baby could spot us at any moment. Look, Labrador. Magma below us. One wrong step and we'll be in trouble. Be careful.
Ooh, that was close. I almost fell, but I managed to grab on. Great job, Dobby. Keep up the pace.
We're almost halfway there, but there's another section with spinning blades ahead.
I see them, Labrador. We need to time our jump for when the blades are at a safe distance.
Look how creepy and beautiful it is here, guys. We're in a kindergarten. Have you ever seen anything like this at a kindergarten? As I understand it, this little baby Bobby has taken over this kindergarten and made it his home.
Baby Bobby is huge, and everyone was scared and ran away. But today, Labrador and I are taking the kindergarten back for everyone. We'll have to defeat Baby Bobby in his challenges. Even though he's small, he's really smart, and he's definitely got something planned.
Dobby and I just conquered one of the toughest parkour sections in this mode, but the scariest part is yet to come. We need to crawl through this ventilation shaft without waking Bobby up. It looks like he's sleeping in his bedroom, and if we make any noise, it's all going to reset. So we need to act like real spies.
Yeah, Labrador, I'm even afraid to breathe. We're so close, but if Bobby wakes up, we'll have to do another parkour section and face a ton of nasty surprises.
We woke him up. Look, he's up and rushing right toward us. We need to think fast, or he's going to turn us into his toys.
Labrador, let's run to that huge toy maze. He won't be able to catch us quickly with all those obstacles.
Great plan. Let's go faster. We need to slip between those giant blocks and soft teddy bears. You go first. I'll follow you.
I'm already in the maze. It really slows him down. Labrador, look ahead. There's a big slide. If we slide down, we'll have a chance to break free.
I see it. Let's go faster. Sliding down now. He's still at the other end of the maze. We have time.
Wow, that was awesome, but he's still right behind us. Look, ahead. There's a play area with lots of stuffed animals.
Yes! We outran him. Look at him. He's so cute. He's crying because he couldn't catch us. He wanted to play tag with us, but he lost. And now he's crying. I don't know why, but I really feel sorry for him now. He's still just a baby, even though he's super smart and super big. Ahead, there's another ventilation shaft. Where is it going to lead us this time? Ouch! Dobby, are you okay? We landed right in the belly of this giant baby.
Yeah, Labrador, I'm okay, but we need to get out of here as soon as possible. We're surrounded by stomach acids and food. We have to move fast.
I agree. Look, there's a tunnel ahead. Maybe it leads to his esophagus. If we can get through it, we might have a chance to escape.
Good idea. Let's move carefully so we don't slip. Stay close, Labrador. It could be slippery here.
I see the tunnel. It's narrow, but we can definitely make it through. Let's go one at a time. I'll go first.
All right, I'm right behind you. It's dark and damp here. Stay alert. We're almost halfway.
Dobby, look, there's light ahead. It looks like the exit. We need to hurry.
Labrador, that's definitely the exit. Let's go faster before he swallows us again.
One day, something terrifying happened in our town. The evil villain we had been chasing for a long time decided to poison our friend, Sheriff Papillion. He hid a dangerous substance in a lollipop and planned to give it to her so she wouldn't be able to continue her work. Papillion was the town's favorite, and everyone was worried about her. Dobie and I realized that if we didn't act quickly, the consequences would be disastrous. However, this villain was sly and very tricky. We needed to come up with something special.
We immediately remembered a new technology developed by the scientists of the Animal Town. It was a special device that allowed us to shrink down to the size of ants. This technology had already been tested, and we decided it was the key to solving the problem. Dobie and I went through several preparation steps and activated the device. In an instant, we shrank to tiny sizes to get to the place where the villain had hidden the poisoned lollipop.
And when we became small, the world around us changed. Every object that we knew now seemed gigantic. Dobie and I moved quickly despite our size, and soon we reached the place where the villain had hidden the lollipop. We had to be careful not to be spotted. But thanks to our new technology, we could use all the hiding spots and sneak into even the tiniest cracks.
We reached the lollipop and discovered that the villain had mixed a dangerous substance into it. Everything was at risk. We needed to act fast to stop Papillion from being poisoned. We carefully moved the lollipop to a safe place and neutralized it. When we returned to our normal size, we felt not only relief but also pride. We had saved Papillion.
When we returned to our normal size, Papillion didn't even suspect she had been in danger. We told her what had happened, and she was incredibly grateful for our help. The villain was caught and arrested, and the town could breathe a sigh of relief again. Dobie and I realized that sometimes, to defeat evil, you need to be not only fast and brave, but also smart, ready to use the latest technology for the good of our town.
Since then, I've always remembered how important it is to work together and use all available resources to protect those we love. And although size doesn't always matter, on that day, it played a crucial role.
Guys, there's a very secret story. Sheriff Papillon told no one to talk about it, but we'll tell you because you're our best friends. Our loyal friend and colleague, Sheriff Papillon, got into some real trouble. She was on an important mission, trying to uncover the case of a secret criminal organization. Everything was going well until something unexpected happened. Guys, we need to defeat this boss. How we'll do it? I'll continue telling the story about Papillon. Dobie, we need to find a weapon fast to deal with the boss. The RPG should help us take him down quickly.
Right, Labrador? Let's find it. Here it is. I found the RPG. Now let's get ready for the battle.
There he is, the boss. Wait, no, that's not him. Those are clones of the giant baby. They're everywhere. We need to take each one down.
They're everywhere, Labrador. Be careful. We need to act accurately and quickly. I'm starting to fire. The first one's down, but there are so many. The second one's ready. Don't give up, Labrador.
They're advancing. Another one's down. Hold the line, Dobie. There are too many, but I'm sure we can handle it. Dobie, this feels like a nightmare. We're fighting these baby clones endlessly. They keep coming back, and we can't defeat them.
Yeah, Labrador, this is crazy. We shoot them down, they disappear, and a second later, they're right back in front of us. We need to find a way to stop this endless wave.
I don't understand how we got here. They're so persistent. It's like they were made for an infinite battle.
Congrats to everyone on the victory, but it's not over yet.
Dobie and I were patrolling the streets when we got the signal that Papillon had gone missing. At first, we thought she had just gotten lost, but soon it became clear that she had been captured. This organization was clever and sneaky, and they knew exactly how to stay unnoticed. We had to act quickly.
When we found out that Papillon was in danger, time was against us. We immediately started gathering information and found traces leading to an abandoned factory on the outskirts of the city. I knew we had to proceed with extreme caution, as the enemies were well prepared. Labrador and I headed there, but as soon as we got close, we were met with traps and guards. We had to figure out how to get inside without getting caught.
We decided to move quietly. I used my stealth skills and Dobie had a backup plan. We snuck past barricades and found Papillon in a cage. She gave us crucial information about the criminals planning even worse things if they got free. We knew we had to act fast.
Finding Papillon was tense, but our teamwork helped us neutralize the guards and free her. As we made our way out, we encountered the main villain. We couldn't overpower him, but we outsmarted him until backup arrived.
Back in the city, everyone was grateful. We had prevented a big threat, and Papillon thanked us. It was a reminder that in danger, staying calm and supporting each other is key.
Labrador and I will always have each other's backs, because in our city, friendship and support help us face any challenge.
Thanks everyone for watching. I know I dance really well, but we'll see you in the next mode.
Labrador, you dance so beautifully, it's true. Wait, I just remembered what the next mode will be, and I'm scared to go through it. Guys, please give me a like.
Hello, friends, it's me, Sheriff Labrador, and today we have a special episode for you.
Hi, everyone. Yes, Sheriff Labrador, I'm already excited.
Together with my loyal partner, Sheriff Dobie, we're going to tell you about the most beautiful and challenging mode in Roblox, Escape the Carnival of Horrors Obby. This mode is simply incredible.
You find yourself in a mysterious and eerie carnival, full of dangers and unexpected twists.
Let's start from the beginning. As soon as you enter the game, you're greeted by a creepy carnival, dimly lit by lanterns. Dangerous traps and evil ghost clowns patrolling the area are scattered everywhere. Your task is to avoid them at all costs.
Exactly. Do you see that red balloon? We need to follow it. In the first stage, you have to be very careful and quick to avoid getting caught by the clowns. I recommend watching your steps closely to avoid traps.
Yes, and that's just the beginning. This clown world is huge, and I think we'll be fighting this clown today. By the way, do you know the name of this clown? Write it in the comments, and whoever guesses correctly will get a heart from us on their comment.
But inside, it's full of dangerous mechanisms. You must be very attentive and keep moving to avoid getting caught in the traps.
We need to get through these rusty pipes. The main thing is not to touch the fire or fall down. We can't forget about the final part, escaping through the horror ride. This is the most challenging part, where you'll have to use all your skills and agility to reach the exit.
Friends, this mode is truly amazing. It's not only difficult, but incredibly beautiful. We are sure you'll love it. Right now, we are in the heart of the Carnival of Horrors, in the clown's house. Just look at this grim place. We need to parkour through old, smelly pipes with a bottomless pit below us.
Yes, it's really scary. The smelly pipes are not only a test of our agility, but also a real endurance test. The smell is disgusting, but we need to focus and move forward.
Watch your step, Sheriff Labrador. If we slip, we'll fall into that bottomless pit. We must be very careful and watch each step. Let's move slowly and confidently.
Good plan, Sheriff Dobie. Do you see that narrow pipe ahead? We need to jump onto it and then move along the wall. The main thing is not to rush and keep our balance.
Great, I'm ready. Let's go, Labrador. You first. I'll cover you. This is probably one of the most difficult stages in this mode, but we'll manage, right?
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. All right, one jump, then another. Carefully, done. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Got it. I'm coming. One jump, another. Yes, I did it. Now we need to walk along this narrow pipe. It's slippery, so hold on tight.
Of course, Dobie. We're a team. All right, one jump, then another. Carefully, done. Now it's your turn, Dobie.
Yes, it's a real nightmare. These saws spin so fast that one mistake can cost us our lives. We need to move very carefully and precisely calculate our actions.
Look, Dobie. The saws move in a specific pattern. If you watch closely, you can catch the moment when they stop for a split second. That's when we need to dash through.
I made it too. Can you see me? Wow! Look at this beautiful amusement park. Ferris wheel, roller coasters, and much more.
Now we're escaping from the scariest clown in this carnival. He wants to turn us into his dolls, and we urgently need to find a way to escape. Look ahead. There's a Ferris wheel. It's our chance to get to the top.
The clown is still after us. Let's go, Labrador. We can do this.
Yes, we're at the top. What a view! You can see the whole carnival from here. The clown won't catch us here.
Whew, that was intense. But we did it, Labrador. Now we're safe.
Guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give us likes. It's the best gift you can give us. Our animal town has always been a peaceful place, but recently we were shaken by a story connected to the amusement park. The park has always been a popular spot for family outings. However, with the arrival of a new clown, strange incidents began happening. He appeared friendly, but there was always something unusual around him. The townspeople began to complain about odd feelings and missing items. Dobie and I decided to get to the bottom of this.
From the very beginning, we noticed that the clown attracted children, but the parents looked at him with concern. We started the investigation trying to understand what was going on. In the park, we discovered strange traces and heard stories about how the clown was leading children in unknown directions. In the evening, the park closed, but some children didn't return home. Labrador and I decided to stay in the park after closing time to see what was happening.
When it got dark, the park turned into a place of shadows and suspicious sounds. We hid behind carousels and rides, observing what was going on. Soon, we saw the clown leading a group of children. They seemed hypnotized, following him without a single word. We cautiously followed them until they reached an old, abandoned tent that hadn't been used in a long time.
The tent was locked, but somehow the clown managed to open it. We carefully approached, trying not to give ourselves away. When we peeked inside, we saw a stage with bright lights. The clown started his performance, but it wasn't an ordinary show. He used strange tricks and magical illusions that seemed to mesmerize the children. We realized that the clown was using some dark magic to control them.
We decided to act quickly. I distracted the clown, pretending I wanted to see the show up close, while Dobie took the children out of the tent. The clown, noticing our presence, became angry. His face twisted into a malicious grimace, and he tried to stop us. But we were already prepared and knew what to do. We used flashlights to blind him and escorted the children to the park's exit.
We led the children to a safe place and called for backup. The clown tried to escape, but he didn't get far. When our colleagues arrived, we arrested him and started the investigation. It turned out that this clown was a former magician who had lost his job and decided to use his skills for sinister purposes. Thanks to our efforts, the park became a safe place for family outings again. Labrador and I returned to the station, knowing that we had done an important job. We told the townspeople this story so they would know that even in the safest place, dangers can be hiding. But together, we can overcome any difficulties and protect our town.
Recently, a new clown appeared in our town. He was so funny that he immediately became popular. Everywhere he went, people laughed until they cried. He performed street shows, visited people's homes, and entertained both children and adults. Everything seemed fine, but something wasn't right. Dobie and I started noticing that after the clown's visits, people's belongings went missing. At first, it was small things, but each day the number of disappearances grew. We decided to take control of the situation and figure out what was happening.
We began to keep an eye on this clown, but he was so sneaky that none of our observers could catch him in the act. He would go into homes, show his tricks, and everyone seemed to forget what had happened. But as soon as the clown left, valuable items were always missing, from watches to jewelry. Sheriff Labrador suggested we find out what was going on, and soon we were in the middle of an investigation. We decided to set up a trap.
One night, Dobie and I decided to keep an eye on the clown in person. We put on masks and went into one of the houses where the clown frequently showed up. When he arrived, we began to watch his actions closely. At first, everything went as usual. He entertained everyone with his jokes and tricks. But suddenly, during one of his tricks, we noticed his hand quickly slip behind his back and disappear into the host's pocket.
That was the moment of truth. Labrador and I realized that this wasn't just a coincidence. We started watching his hands, and soon we discovered that he was really stealing things while everyone was laughing or distracted by his show. He skillfully used his tricks to secretly take small valuables. We decided to catch him red-handed.
When the clown left, we immediately went to the house to check what had gone missing. And, as strange as it seemed, valuable items had indeed disappeared. We gathered our strength and decided to act. The next day, we met with the clown again, but this time, he didn't know we were preparing to expose him. When he started his new trick, we quietly surrounded him.
The clown tried to avoid us, but we already knew everything. He realized his trick had been uncovered and tried to escape. But Labrador was faster. We caught him, and it turned out that this clown was a master of pickpocketing, using his popularity to steal from trusting townspeople. After we arrested him, it was revealed that he was a thief, hiding behind the mask of a cheerful clown. But now, thanks to us, he would no longer be able to cause trouble in our town.
That's how we exposed this funny clown. He thought he could trick us, but it didn't work out that way. This time, the jokes were over. And now all the town's residents know that we don't joke with anyone who tries to deceive them. Dobie and I are back to patrolling, knowing that even the most amusing incidents can hide dangerous secrets.
When we returned to the station, we told the townspeople how important it is to stay vigilant, even when it seems like everything around is 100% safe. The clown thought his tricks would go on forever, but it turned out differently. Labrador and I are proud that we acted in time, and now the townspeople can laugh again without fear.
Officer Dobie and I are on the roller coaster, and right before us stands a massive carnival city. We're not just here for fun. We're keeping everything under control. But right in front of us, there's that terrifying clown.
Well, friends, the time has come to say goodbye. We hope you enjoyed riding with us on these roller coasters, following our adventures, and of course, staying alert. Until next time, and may your carnivals always be filled with joy, not threats.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for being with us. Don't forget to keep an eye on your surroundings, because even in the brightest places, mysteries can be hiding. Hello, friends. This is Sheriff Labrador and my faithful partner, Sheriff Dobie.
Hi, guys. Today we have something special for you. We are diving into the world of Roblox and playing the Escape Funnies Toy Shop mode.
In this mode, our main task is to escape from the creepy toy store, but it will be harder than it seems.
We'll have to hide and run from the terrifying toy that wants to trap us in its world.
Friends, hold on tight because it's going to be both fun and scary.
In this mode, we have 6 tough challenges, each testing our skills to the limit. We might even face the main toy boss at the end. It sounds frightening and exciting, but we can handle it because we are a team. We just turned on the lights to see better, and now we are heading into the ominous tunnel to find the exit.
2. This tunnel looks really spooky. I hope we don't encounter many traps.
The main thing is to be careful and stick together. Friends, keep your fingers crossed for us. A real challenge lies ahead.
What are these tracks? Some monster sneaked into the ventilation and left its tracks here. Maybe we could crawl through there and find the exit right away. But the vent is closed. We'll have to go through this creepy tunnel with broken pipes. Dobie, are you afraid to jump through this hot air?
No, I'm not afraid. Do you think I'm a coward? We've gone through many scary modes together. I'm almost used to them. By the way, it's better not to look down right now. Wait, do you hear that? Or is it just me?
I don't hear anything. We've encountered a real challenge. A scary maze, guys. This maze is not only complicated, but also full of dangers. A huge, terrifying toy will chase us if we don't find the exit in time. It will turn us into its toys.
This challenge will require our maximum mental and physical strength. The maze is huge, and we must be very careful to find the exit as quickly as possible. But don't worry, Labrador and I will guide you. And remember, friends,
this is just the first challenge in this mode. Ahead of us are many difficulties and puzzles. We must be ready for anything and never give up.
Hey, Labrador, this parkour is really tough. It seems we are facing the hardest challenges in this mode.
Indeed, Dobie, but this is just the beginning. We have a lot more ahead of us. By the way, do you remember what our friends said about the next challenge?
Oh, yes. They mentioned something about red and green colors. They said it's one of the most interesting challenges here. We need to be ready for anything.
I remember they said these colors are related to choosing a path or solving puzzles. We need to be alert and use our brains.
Exactly, Labrador. Let's leave the parkour behind and get ready for the next challenge. Remember, teamwork and attentiveness are our best allies here.
Absolutely, Dobie. Let's move forward. New challenges await us, and we must prove that sheriffs are not easily broken. Green light. Run, Labrador. Oh, wait, red light. Stop and don't move. Green light. Run, Dobie. Run. Just a bit more. You can do it. Oh no, stop, red light. No way out, or as they say. Or as...
Labrador, I almost lost because of you. Is something wrong with your reactions? The green light was on, and you only mentioned the red. Do you not know the difference between green and red?
Ha ha, sorry, Dobie. I got a bit confused. Next time I'll pay more attention to the signals. Don't worry, I'll react faster in the next challenge.
We've passed the second challenge of this strange living toy, and now we just need to climb up and start the third challenge. Honestly, I thought it would be easier. This is the hardest challenge for us.
You're right. I hope you guys are subscribing to our channel and liking our efforts. These challenges are really tough, but the third challenge will be 100 times harder. I doubt our friend told the truth.
Hey, Labrador, look what's ahead. Our task is to climb this tower of toy blocks before this Titan toy robot catches and crushes us. Okay, Labrador, let's look at our options. These columns of blocks can be our cover. We can run between them to avoid the robot's grasp.
Great idea, Dobie. We can also use these toy blocks to slow down its movement. Throw them at its feet to create obstacles and gain valuable seconds.
Right, Labrador. And don't forget about teamwork. Coordinate our actions. One of us distracts the robot while the other circles the edge of the tower. This way, we can split its attention and gain more time.
Exactly, Dobie. Let's get to it. Let's show this robot who the real sheriffs are. Stick to the plan, and we'll definitely succeed.
Only 6 seconds left. I'm sure we can survive. If not, Labrador, you were the best friend I've ever had. Hooray! We managed to outsmart the Titan robot. Honestly, it was pretty dumb. Just a clumsy piece of metal destroying everything in its path.
I think we shouldn't have opened this door. It's really creepy here. It looks like the place where we need to find an exit and escape from the main character of this mode. Wish us luck, subscribers.
Hey, Labrador, look who's chasing us now. It's a living toy, and it's after us through this abandoned toy warehouse. We need to keep moving and not let it catch us, or we'll be its next victims.
Wow, Dobie, this is really terrifying. Let's use our knowledge and experience to get out of this situation. We must find a way to dodge it.
I see a machine ahead. Could it be an escape route? No, it doesn't look like it. There's lava down there. How is there lava in a toy store? Some monster must have created it while we were driving.
I wanted to tell you something yesterday. We received a call from the toy store owner. He said toys started disappearing, and all the surveillance cameras were turned off. This prompted Dobie and me to immediately head to the scene.
Yes, Labrador is right. When we arrived, the store seemed empty and abandoned, with toys and plush animals scattered everywhere.
We started the investigation and found Mr. and Mrs. Squirrel hiding in the far corner of the store. It turned out they were taking the toys, thinking they were for their children.
When we asked them why they didn't use the surveillance cameras, they said they didn't know how to turn them on and were just trying to do something nice for their kids.
In the end, we cleared things up and suggested they visit the store during business hours to buy toys. They apologized for the inconvenience and promised not to take anything without permission again.
So friends, sometimes mysterious disappearances aren't about dark forces. Sometimes it's just parents trying to make their kids' lives brighter.
It seems we've been through a lot, but now the fourth challenge awaits us, which turns out to be a real test.
Yes, Labrador, this challenge is like games such as Mario. We need to run and jump, avoiding traps and collecting everything that can help us stop the giant head of this living toy that is trying to catch and eat us.
Now Dobie and I found ourselves in a world reminiscent of classic Mario in 2D. We started on a platform surrounded by green pipes and brick blocks, but the real excitement was ahead. We were being chased by a giant toy head. We had to jump and collect bombs to slow it down.
Exactly, Labrador. These platform jumps are quite the challenge. It feels like being a puppy again, trying to reach high shelves. And those bombs are a real treasure. Throw one, and the head slows down, giving us a chance to run further. Great job, Labrador. We're almost at the finish, friends. And who would have thought that simply escaping from a toy head could be so exciting?
Here we are in the ventilation system, friends, or almost there. We've already made it halfway, and honestly, I'm a little worried. These pipes look like they haven't been cleaned in ages. And the air here, it's not the freshest. But we can't stop now. We need to keep going to get out of this toy store. Who would have thought that toys could be so dangerous?
You're right, Labrador. And these rusty pipes? It smells like an old basement, but it seems like we're no strangers to tough tasks. These old abandoned toys scattered through the sewers are staring at us with their empty eyes. They're definitely not happy to see us, so we need to be careful and stay alert.
We made it through that sewer, and I have no idea how we managed to escape. The toys tried to grab us. Oh, Dobie, look, it's game number 5.
It kind of reminds me of some game, or maybe it's just me. What do you think, guys? Let us know in the comments.
What a challenge. Dobie and I are back in the toy store, and now we have to jump on platforms that are about to start falling. As soon as they turn red, we need to get off, or we're in trouble. Honestly, I'm a bit nervous because these platforms are so slippery that you barely have time to react.
Yeah, Labrador, these platforms are a real headache. You barely land on one before it starts glowing red. It feels like a game of cat and mouse. You almost made it, but it's about to disappear beneath your feet. Of course, we're sheriffs, but here we really need to be extra careful. I even joked a few times that if I fall, I'll land on a soft toy. Whew, we barely made it through this level. What's next? Is this the end?
This toy train looks extremely suspicious. I doubt the exit is here, but we have no other choice. Settle in, Dobie. We're in for a long ride.
Let's go, Sheriff Labrador. I hope we don't encounter any screamers along the way and everything goes smoothly. Oh no, it was a trap.
What do we do now? We're falling straight down. We're going to crash, Sheriff Labrador.
Are you here? I see the final arena.
Yes, I'm here. It looks like this is the final challenge. Oh, wait. It's that same living toy in a robo-suit. How do we deal with it, guys? We're facing the main boss, a toy robot threatening us with lasers and a giant metal structure.
Yes, Labrador. This robot means business. It's firing all its weapons and trying to crush us with its huge feet.
But we won't give up. To defeat this boss, we need to aim for its weak spot, the legs. We have rocket launchers and we need to hit them directly.
Let's act quickly and in sync. Labrador, you take the rocket launcher on the right, I'll take the left. Let's focus fire on its legs while we have the chance. Watch how it opens the vents on its legs.
Now's our chance to attack. Launch the rockets.
Great shot, Labrador. We damaged its leg. Just a bit more and we'll have it.
The boss is getting more aggressive. Watch out. Dodge the lasers and keep attacking its legs.
Another rocket hit the mark. The leg is starting to smoke. We're almost there.
We're on the home stretch. We'll defeat this evil robot. Hooray! We managed to destroy it. They didn't call me Diamond Eye at the Sheriff Academy for nothing. I'm a really good shot. Now we just need to find the way out of here, guys.
You're all the best. You helped us defeat this toy robot. I hope we really won and this isn't another trap.
Guys, save me and Dobie. We climbed up this tall skyscraper and the lava is rising higher and higher. How can we win this?
Why is the lava rising so fast? We needed to climb right to the roof of this skyscraper. Oh well, we'll have to start from the beginning.
After the failure at the skyscraper, we find ourselves on the Grandma's Cottage map. We greet our subscribers and suddenly the lava starts flooding the entire house. We quickly climb to the upper floor and take shelter there. The lava is flooding everything around us, but we're holding on. Our subscribers have chosen a great challenge. It's always nice to feel safe at Grandma's, even if there's hot lava underfoot.
In this situation, the key is not to forget about cleverness. We laugh, remembering Grandma's pies, which could now save us from the lava. The upper floor of the house turns out to be a great shelter, and we continue interacting with our subscribers, sharing our impressions. It's almost like a picnic, but with lava all around.
The next map is simply amazing. It's New Year's, there's a huge Christmas tree, and we need to do parkour to get to the top. Dobie jumps like a real pro, but unfortunately, only I make it to the top. Being alone at the top of the tree is a little sad, but our subscribers support me and that gives me strength.
Labrador is showing excellent skills in parkour, and I continue joking with the subscribers below. The tree is incredibly beautiful, and the New Year's atmosphere adds a festive feeling even in such a tense situation. We laugh, joke about the presents under the tree, and wonder if the lava might also want a present.
Yes, and this is no longer just a game, but a real fight for survival. The lava is literally right on our heels. All you need to do is find a secure spot on the tree. The branches are so fragile, and every wrong step could be your last. But standing on one of its levels, you feel like a true winner. The ability to adapt is the key to survival.
Yes, Labrador, exactly. At first, it seemed like a fun holiday. All those lights and snowflakes. But as soon as we took the first step, I realized this is no laughing matter. The map was one big pyramid with 3 levels, each one a labyrinth with lava that erupts as soon as you step on the wrong tile. But we're sheriffs for a reason. We immediately geared up for serious work.
That's right. The first level seemed easy enough. Dobie and I were jumping from platform to platform, avoiding lava flows and paving our way. But the higher we climbed, the harder it got. Over there on the upper level, we almost didn't notice how the lava started rising right below us. It was a real race against time.
You're right, Labrador. As soon as we reached the very center of the pyramid, we started losing our balance. That moment when you realize every platform is a challenge. The lava was closing in on us, and on the last level, we had to show our maximum agility to avoid its grasp. But we pulled through, as always. In our animal city, no threat can stop us.
Yeah, it was tense, but here we are at the finish line. The pyramid structure surrounded by snow, lights, and a festive atmosphere. It's not only beautiful, but incredibly difficult. The lava definitely couldn't catch us now, and for that, we've truly earned the title of the best sheriffs in Roblox.
Oh, absolutely! This mode was great training for us, and once again, we showed that we can handle any challenge, even when it seems like a children's game at first. No lava flows or dizzying heights will stop us from finishing the mission.
We found ourselves on a colorful tower, and as soon as the game starts, the ground will turn to lava. The task is clear. We need to climb to the top, avoid traps, and not fall. But here's the thing. Even such a simple route turns into a real challenge when there are so many clouds around, which can be both helpers and obstacles.
Yes, Labrador, only we understand that behind this parkour lies real danger. The lava shows no mercy, and if you're not fast and precise, you can lose precious time. Every step on these clouds requires full concentration, especially when you have to jump from one to another, not knowing if the next cloud will hold your foot.
And here it is, this intense scene. Dobie and I are climbing the tower, those clouds ahead of us, and we can already see the lava right beneath our feet. Just a few seconds, and we could be down there. In reality, every choice matters. Even that small pause when deciding where to jump could be the deciding factor. But Dobie and I won't let ourselves relax. We're sheriffs.
Exactly, Labrador. Even when it feels like you're about to fall, you realize every jump is a step closer to victory. On these maps, it's not just agility that matters, but also strategy. We've already been through challenges like this. In Roblox, it's important to know when to take risks and when to slow down to avoid ending up in the lava. Strategy and attention are the key points.
Not long ago, Dobie and I faced a real disaster. A new scientist had arrived in our town, Professor Cvetic. He was known for his unusual inventions, but one of his creations led to a great catastrophe. He had created a device that he thought would make the world brighter and more colorful, but the result was terrible. This device started changing the colors of everything around, and not only the colors, it was distorting reality, turning the world into something completely different. The water turned into lava, and the trees became giant multicolored stones. Dobie and I immediately understood that we needed to take action.
By the time we arrived at the scene, the town was already suffering from the consequences of the professor's invention. The water in the river was boiling like a volcano, and the flowers and plants were changing shape, becoming something unrecognizable. Professor Cvetic was in a panic. He said he hadn't intended for things to turn out this way, but the device had gotten out of control. In his laboratory, we found the device. It was a huge crystal emitting strange light pulses. Each of its movements changed everything around it. We realized that if we didn't stop the device, the consequences would be even worse.
First of all, we turned off the power to try to stabilize the situation. But the device was too powerful, and simply turning it off was impossible. We had to find a way to neutralize it, and to do that, we needed to get to the core of the device. Professor Cvetic told us that there was a special stone inside that was responsible for all the changes. We had to find it and stop it.
Labrador and I struggled to get into the professor's laboratory, where the device was still emitting bright flashes. We found the stone, which was connected to the energy source of the device. It emitted light like a rainbow, and when we touched it, we felt everything around us starting to change. The water began to turn into lava again, and the ground beneath our feet became soft like dough. We knew we had to find a solution quickly, or everything would be lost.
I suggested using an old deactivator model we found in a corner of the laboratory. We connected it to the stone, and with God's help, we were able to stabilize the device. The stone began to dull, and the world around us started returning to normal.
The water became water again, and the trees regained their usual shapes. But the aftermath wasn't as terrifying as we had feared, and the town became safe once more. We explained to the professor that his invention was too dangerous, and he promised never to conduct such experiments again.
Recently, in our animal town, something truly unusual happened. Dobie and I had just finished our regular night patrol when we received an alarming call. Aliens were planning to invade our planet. Yes, you heard it right. The message came through a cosmic signal, intercepted by special services. We learned that alien dogs from the planet Zorks were heading to Earth, and if we didn't stop them, they would take over our world. Faced with this situation, we realized we couldn't just sit idly by. We were about to become the first dogs to travel to space.
When we were told that we were the only ones who could carry out this mission, we didn't waste any time. We were sent to the Space Center, where preparations for the launch were fast and intense. We suited up in special spacesuits and met the team of scientists who would be assisting us. Our mission was simple. We needed to gather information about the aliens' plans and send it back to Earth. We never imagined we would become real space heroes, but that's how the situation turned out.
The launch was truly unexpected. We blasted off into space, and at the moment when Earth was far behind, I felt the full weight of this journey. The cosmos was endless and full of mysteries. We were heading toward the planet Zorx, trying to be cautious and avoid falling into a trap. Our journey aboard the spacecraft wasn't easy, but Dobie and I stuck together and kept our confidence. We knew this might be our chance to save our home planet.
Upon arriving at the planet Zorx, we were greeted by huge aliens. But fortunately, we discovered they weren't as menacing as we had thought. In fact, the aliens just wanted to learn from us how we deal with challenges on Earth. They weren't enemies, they just needed help to develop. Labrador and I shared our values with them: friendship, peace, and cooperation. At some point, we realized that instead of fighting, we needed to make contact and offer help.
The reason for the invasion of our planet was a super delicious ice cream that drove the aliens crazy. We proposed that every week we would send them ice cream, and in return, they would leave our planet in peace.
This experience taught us that in any situation, it's important to act with respect and look for peaceful solutions. Labrador and I will continue to protect our town, but now we know that even in space, we can find allies.
Thank you all for watching. Let us know what you'd like to see next on our channel. See you soon! Hello, friends! Today, Dobie and I decided to test our skills in a new obby parkour in Roblox. This mode was designed especially for us. It looks incredible. All the obstacles are as bright as a rainbow, but it seems we're in for a serious challenge. Guys, give us a like right now if you think we can handle it.
Hi, everyone. Labrador isn't kidding. These rainbow platforms are stunning, but just try to stay on them. I already tripped on the first rainbow path, and it seemed to laugh at me. I hope we can get through all the levels without any losses. Labrador, are you ready?
Of course, I'm ready, Dobie. Although after the first jump, I felt like I was back in puppy school, trying to leap over puddles after the rain. But here, instead of puddles, there are entire oceans of colorful platforms. But honestly, it's so much fun that you forget how difficult it is.
I think I'm starting to understand why they made this mode for us, to test how we handle rainbow jumps. Labrador, did you see that narrow platform? It has already become my personal enemy. And these rainbow paths, they're like a rainbow ribbon, except you have to run on it instead of admiring it.
Yes, Dobie, this parkour isn't for the faint-hearted. It's funny how we, experienced sheriffs, are struggling with these rainbow stripes, but it sure lifts the spirits. Every time I manage not to fall, it feels like a small victory. Look, I finally jumped over that tricky rainbow.
Wow, Labrador, you're a real rainbow master, and I'm here trying not to slide off this spiral staircase. Well, friends, I hope you're enjoying watching us tackle these rainbow challenges. We won't stop until we reach the end.
And here we are again, almost at the end of this rainbow course. Friends, this is a real challenge for both of us, but it's so much more fun to go through all these obstacles together with you. I hope our falls and funny moments bring a smile to your face.
Absolutely! Every fall is an opportunity to start over and, of course, a reason to laugh. I just slid off this slippery rainbow path again, but I feel like I'm starting to become a real parkour master. Rainbow parkour has definitely become our new favorite game. What other Roblox maps would you like to see on our channel? Leave a comment and make sure to hit the like button.
Our Animal City has always been famous for its green parks and cozy streets, but one morning everything changed. I woke up to see that the rain had turned rainbow-colored. Everything around, from trees to cars, was painted in bright, shimmering colors. The water in the river became multicolored, and even the food in the stores took on rainbow hues. Our homes and buildings looked as if they had been painted with a magical brush. It was beautiful, but unnatural. Dobie and I realized that this was not just a natural phenomenon, but something more mysterious and possibly dangerous.
At first, we thought it was the work of some prankster or scientist like Professor Colorful, but it soon became clear that the reason was much more serious. We began our investigation and discovered that this was something new and unknown. We received reports from residents who had seen strange creatures resembling horned horses flying over the city. Then it became clear we were under attack by unicorns. These mythical creatures wanted to take over our city, and their power could change the entire environment.
As it turned out, the unicorns didn't just want to decorate our city. They wanted to transform it completely for their needs. We began looking for a way to communicate with them to understand their intentions and prevent a possible catastrophe. We found their leader, a majestic white unicorn named Astrid. He explained that their world was dying, and they were looking for a new place to live. They chose our city because it seemed perfect to them. But their methods were too aggressive, and this could destroy our way of life.
We realized we needed to find a compromise. We offered to help the unicorns find another place where they could live without destroying our city. Labrador suggested using the city's technology to create a safe and comfortable place for the unicorns. We worked together with city scientists and wizards to create a special sanctuary where the unicorns could live in peace and safety without harming others.
Our efforts were successful. We showed the unicorns the new place, specially created for them, where they could live happily. Astrid was impressed by our kindness and willingness to help. The unicorns agreed to leave our city and move to the new sanctuary. Gradually, the rainbow colors began to fade, and our city returned to its usual appearance. The unicorns, grateful for our understanding and assistance, promised to maintain peace and friendship with us.
So, we managed to prevent the takeover of our city and help creatures in need of a new home. This story taught us that peace and cooperation can solve even the most complex problems. The townspeople were happy to see the familiar colors return, and were proud that we had dealt with such an unusual threat. Our city became calm again, but we will always remember the rainbow day when unicorns attacked us.
Recently, a true champion arrived in our city, a leopard named Speed. He was known in the neighboring towns for his outstanding results in races and sprints. His arrival was a real sensation. In honor of this, we decided to hold a city competition to see who the fastest among us really is. Our streets were filled with excitement and anticipation, but the most determined one turned out not to be me, but Dobie. He was set on winning, despite his usually calm nature. Dobie was sure he could beat the leopard.
Of course, I couldn't pass up the chance to show my speed, but I knew that I couldn't just beat a champion like the leopard without something special to give me energy. At the store, I found some energy drinks and started drinking them. At first, it seemed like a simple way to get extra strength, but with each sip, I felt my energy increasing. I was filled with confidence that I could win.
Everything was ready for the start of the competition. We began with a light warm-up, and I noticed that Dobie started to look a little unusual. His eyes were sparkling, and his behavior became much more energetic. He was determined. But when the race started, no one expected him to run so fast. Dobie not only caught up with all the participants, but at one point, he almost matched the leopard's speed. And in the end, he overtook him. Everyone was in shock. Even I, the sheriff, who was always confident in our city, couldn't believe my eyes.
After the win, I felt incredible. My energy was at its peak, and I was so proud of myself. But after a few days, I began to notice that something wasn't right. My energy didn't fade, and I felt really anxious. I couldn't sleep and felt a lot of tension in my body. Then Labrador insisted I visit the doctor. We went to see a rabbit doctor who was an expert in such cases.
The rabbit doctor immediately examined Dobie and ran some tests. It turned out that excessive consumption of energy drinks had caused Dobie's body to stop functioning normally. He was on the verge of exhaustion. The doctor prescribed rest, a balanced diet, and plenty of water to bring him back to normal. Dobie was a bit embarrassed, but understood that it wasn't wise to overdo it with such things. In the end, everything turned out fine, and Dobie became his usual calm and balanced self again. But now he knows that victories aren't just about speed, but also about taking care of your body.
Now I know for sure that health is more important than any victory. I won the competition, but I had to learn from my mistakes. Thanks to Labrador and the rabbit doctor for their help. Next time, I'll train for the competition the right way, without any shortcuts, just using my own strength.
Recently, a strange and terrifying story unfolded in our city. It all began when a new ice cream vendor appeared. He was mysterious and a bit odd. His cart was decorated with bright flags, and he always wore a black suit with dark sunglasses. But something was off. The townspeople started noticing that after children bought ice cream from him, they would disappear. At first, it was just a one-time event, but soon several children went missing, and it became terrifying. Dobie and I immediately started an investigation.
At first, we thought the children might have just run away or gotten into trouble. But the more we kept an eye on the ice cream vendor, the clearer it became that something was wrong with him. We noticed that his van was always parked in the dark corners of the city, and his ice cream had a strange smell. People said it had some unusual flavor, but no one could quite figure out what it was. I decided to take action. Labrador and I went on a night patrol to find out what was really going on.
We tracked him down and found the van on the outskirts of the city. Inside was dark, and the ice cream vendor was standing, laughing, and preparing something behind the counter. As we got closer, we heard strange sounds, like children saying something from inside the van. It was way too suspicious. We decided to act quickly to prevent any more disappearances. Dobie, as always, was determined, and we prepared for a raid.
We brought everything we needed to make sure the ice cream vendor couldn't escape. The van was full of frozen ice creams, but in one corner, we found a large freezer. To our horror, inside we found the missing children. They were in a strange trance, sitting in dark corners as if under hypnosis. It turned out that the ice cream vendor was using a special type of ice cream that made the children succumb to his influence, causing them to disappear and become his hostages. We quickly freed the children and called for help.
And so our adventure comes to an end, friends. Dobie and I managed to do so many exciting things, but now it's time to say goodbye. It's been an awesome time, hasn't it?